Hey, what's up, guys? It's Josh Barr, and in my last video, I talked about the Uber and Lyft rating system, and I also mentioned on how to get 5 stars. So in this video, I'm gonna go in a little more detail on how I go about getting 5 stars. Basically, I let the rider know that I'm giving them 5 stars. When I'm about 10 seconds away from dropping them off, I end the trip and I show them that I'm giving them 5 stars. So it goes something like this. Hey, it was really nice meeting you. I'm gonna end the trip and I'm gonna give you 5 stars. So I pick up the phone, and if they're sitting in the back seat or in the passenger seat, I show them or make it visible that I'm pushing 5 stars and that I'm submitted it. And 9 times out of 10, people reciprocate and they say, "Hey, cool, yeah, it was really nice meeting you too. I'm gonna give you 5 stars as well." So if you give, you receive. People like to know that they're getting 5 stars, and in turn they reciprocate and give you 5 stars as well. I mean, the person pretty much has to be a dick to know that they're getting 5 stars and for them to give you 4 stars. You know, like people are like, hey, yeah, man, thanks for giving me 5 stars. I'm gonna give you 5 stars too. Now, I don't do this to all my rides. I'll say I'll do this to about 70, maybe 80% of my rides. I don't do this to every ride. You know, I don't do it to every ride. And here's the key: you don't want to force this. So you want to establish some type of rapport with the driver. I mean, excuse me, with the rider. And what I mean by that, you want to be communicating. You want to have some kind of conversation, some kind of rapport. A lot of times, riders will open you up by asking you questions. Something the questions I get asked all the time are, "Hey, how long have you been driving? You know, do you like it? What's your craziest Lyft story, or where you from?" And so, I open up and I get them to open up too. I'll say, "Oh yeah, where are you from?" Or where were you guys at tonight? And they open up and we just start talking. So it's very easy in the flow of conversation as I'm dropping them off to say, "Hey, it was really nice meeting you. I'm gonna give you 5 stars." And in turn they reciprocate and say, "Oh yeah, it was really nice meeting you too. Thanks for picking us up," and they give me 5 stars. So I'm saying this because you don't want to force this. And there's times where you pick someone up and they sit in the back seat and they're just looking at their phone, and it's a 10-minute ride, and you haven't talked to them and they haven't looked up from their phone, and it was a quiet, kind of awkward ride, and you don't want to drop them off and say, "Hey, look, I'm giving you 5 stars." For me, that feels like I'm forcing it. And for me, the key is, if you establish some kind of rapport, it's very easy to transition and say, "Hey, it was really nice meeting you. I'm gonna give you 5 stars." So that's the way I go about doing it. Here's a little case study. Here we are, March 6th, and I went down to a 4.72 rating, and that's when I started thinking, like, wow, like I'm not too far away from deactivation. Like, it's very possible. So I sat down and I was thinking to myself, how can I get 5 star ratings? Now, Uber and Lyft have a policy that you shouldn't ask for 5 stars, and for me, it's not about the Uber and Lyft policy. For me, I'm not gonna beg either way. Even if it wasn't policy, me myself as a man, I'm not gonna beg people for 5 stars. Hey, can you give me 5 stars? I'm not gonna beg. I sat down and I thought, how can I get 5 stars? And I'm not begging for 5 stars. I'm just letting them know, hey, I'm giving you 5 stars. I'm not asking for 5 stars. I'm just letting you know that I'm gonna give you 5 stars. So here we are, March 6th, and I had a 4.72 rating, and I implemented this saying, or this catchphrase, if you will. And as you can see here, 2 weeks later, I went up to a 4.8 about 30 rides later. Fast forwarding, got 44 5 stars, and I was finally able to get back to 4.8. And this is important because the game is about longevity. I've been doing this for about 10 months, and it's about longevity. As long as you can stay active, you're gonna make money. There's a lot of people that they do it for 2 3 months and they become deactivated. So if you're deactivated, you can't make money. As long as you stay activated, you could always stay money. So for me, longevity is the name of the game. Now it's very interesting here. 461 to the 366. I mean, it was 95 rides, almost 100 rides, to get back to the 4.8. So it took work. It took it's very easy to lose that rating. But I mean, you can see here from March 6th, I got 16 5 stars and 3 below. And as you can see here, hey, awesome guy, awesome. People. Let's see. I got a 44, 20, 64. So 64 5-star ratings and 2 1 and below, or 4 and below. So out of 66 rides, I got 64 5-star ratings. So let me know how it goes. Let me know how it works for you. Hopefully you can stay active. Leave a comment below if there's anything, for any questions you guys have. Let me know how it works. It works for me. As you can see, the ratings, the stars are there. Go ahead and try it. Remember, don't force it. If you can get the writer to open up, or they open you up, just engage in conversation. Stay personable. Don't force it. And let me know how it works. So until next time, stay anabolic, and I'll see y'all next time.